I want to take this time to go through this here, and I want you all to understand something. Yeah? When I say things that these people in Hollywood or these people who try to push this disturbed, crazy agenda, that they are going after your kids. And some of you all may not believe what I'm saying, but think I'm just being dramatic and just trying to make things seem bigger than it actually is. No. I talked about them targeting things when it comes to the entertainment. It happens a lot. There was a time when you could have sit and watch a Disney show, Nickelodeon, and like that, and it was a family-oriented thing. It was about interesting, fun characters that you could interact with and just be happy with. Now everything is about pushing some representation bullshit that they figure people are supposed to be happy about. Give them a language for that word. But when I see certain things and I see exactly what they're trying to do, it begins to piss me off. Let me get into this article here from Bounding into Comics in regards to the upcoming Ironheart series. A series that really makes no sense because RiRi Williams is not a liked character in the Marvel universe, Marvel Comics universe. People don't like her. RiRi Williams' origin was just basically dog water. That's it. I'm gonna put it. Her appearance in the Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie was less than terrible. Let's see how to put it. It was just absolute and utter crap. And from the very beginning, they've said on what they were going to do. We get to that drag queen in it. We also getting some transgender, non-binary thing in it. So we know they're pushing that. And let's get into this article here because I have some views on this and I really need to share here. Ironheart star Zoe Terakis or Terix, I don't know, something so, is deeply grateful upcoming Marvel series will give little trans kids and trans teens something to look at and know they exist. Let me just read part of this and then I will get into what I have to say. Zoe, whatever the hell, can't pronounce her name or whatever. The first transgender and non-binary, that makes no sense. You can't be transgender and non-binary. Anyway, actor to join the Marvel Cinematic Universe says that they are deeply grateful to have been cast in the upcoming Ironheart series because it will give little trans kids and trans teens something to look at and know they exist. Right. So anyway, this is what, when she was asked about it, this is what she had to say. I think as trans people, growing up, I didn't get to see myself anywhere. So I didn't really know that I existed. So the fact that you exist wasn't enough for you to know that you existed. Okay. Then the actor who identifies as non-binary transgender man, and especially not in a superhero show or movie. And so I think I just feel deeply grateful and moved. Listen to this part there, that little trans kids and trans teens have something to look at and to know they exist and to know that they can have superpowers, and that's where we belong. I'm pointing the other part of that. We don't just belong in trauma stories on the fringes, dying in things, you know. We belong there with the big guys. So yeah, it meant a lot to me. Yeah, so she's gonna be in this thing in a as of yet undisclosed key role, along with Dominic Thorne, who's going to be revising a role as RiRi Williams, and also RuPaul's Drag Race star Jaren Kaye Morel, better known by their stage name Shea Coulee. Now I want to get back to this part here. I'm going to read it over again. And so I think I just feel deeply grateful and moved that little trans kids and trans teens have something to look at and to know they exist and to know that they can have superpowers, and that's where we belong. Now, I'm going to say something here that I'm sure in the comments a lot of people, some people are going to try to bite my head off, but this has to be said. There is no such thing as a trans kid. You understand me? No such thing as a trans kid or being a trans teen. No such thing as that. Nothing like that. If you as a grown person want to think to yourself that, maybe God made some mistake, even though God doesn't make mistakes with you, and you want to change your gender, that's your business. I am not hating on anybody if I'm not attacking anybody for that. That is your business. You are an adult and free to make your own decisions, whatever they may be. But when you start putting things out there like this, little trans kids, and all this kind of thing. Children are children. And when you keep pushing this shit, you understand me? You end up having some of these children going on, getting their parents allowing them to get mutilated. That's the only way to put it, mutilated. Most of the times, completely irreversible. I have seen some of them talking about how they regret ever doing this and all of this thing, because you have entertainment pushing this down your throat and going after the children. This is what I'm talking about them, because they understand. You understand? If they could get them while they're young, they could get them thinking just like them. That's what they're doing. That's what this is. There is no such thing as a trans kid. Nothing. And nobody is going to change my mind on that fact. Nothing like that. Children are children. Let them be children. They're not thinking about those kinds of things. You want them to think about that so that you could brainwash them to think in the same crap that you're thinking. And you're using these mediums to push this message. A lot of the time, a lot of parents have their kids, take this tablet and look at something else when they don't want them to annoy them. That's it. Because children want to play, just hand them the tablet. Okay, go and play with it, go and watch something on it, whatever. And this is the kind of information that is being sent to their young minds to warp them into believing this kind of craziness. So when I talk and say, these people are after your children, this is not me making this up. This is a fact. Look at the Transformers Earth Spark thing. You understand me? A non-binary transformer. What the hell is that? What is that? You have Disney came out and saying very publicly that they are doubling down and pushing this agenda hard. Everything has to revolve around this nonsense. And here you are talking about little trans kids and trans teens. That's something to look up at. There is no such thing as a trans child. Nothing like that. Again, as I said, you are an adult. You want to go out there and change your gender and identify whatever the hell you want. There are only two genders, by the way. Period. That's it. You want to go out there and identify as whatever the hell you want. Okay, good for you. I am not hating on anybody. Let me make that very clear. I'm not hating on anybody. What you choose to do is your own business. You're not going to see me celebrating whatever the hell. That's your business. You do what the hell you want. But do not come out here and try to spread this kind of nonsense about how trans kids. If you want to believe God didn't make you the way he was supposed to be, that's your business. God doesn't make mistakes, by the way. God doesn't make mistakes. That's on you. You do whatever you want. You are an adult. Good for you. Do not push them things onto children. Because I have seen some of this nonsense already and it's getting out of hand. Like when the Obi-Wan Kenobi book that they had when they were trying to make it seem like, Obi-Wan Kenobi was bisexual or something like that. I don't get it. There's even also that video about this teacher telling children in the school that, when you're born, doctors make a guess about you. What kind of sick nonsense is that? These people are going after your children and it needs to stop. This series is not about Ironheart or whatever, because let's be honest, Ironheart is not an interesting character at all. This is about pushing an agenda, going after your children and trying to warp their minds into somehow thinking the same sickness that these people want to continue going with. People want to disagree with me, that's your business, you're free to do so, but I am saying this up front. There's no such thing as a trans child stuck doing this nonsense. Period.